G'day, welcome back. So today I'm going to be telling you all about this. This is the Penrite Enviro DPF cleaner. It's a 3-in-1 product, whatever that means. Full disclosure, I bought this myself, paid, it was on special, so I got it, it was like 20 bucks or something. Wasn't sent it, so this is something I bought just so I can make a video about it and maybe help my car. So yeah, I'll tell you all about it, tell you what I found. We'll go from there. So what is it? Let's grab the information sheets. So what's it made of? Well, like most of these things, it's kind of petroleum based. It's petroleum distillates of some sort, hexanoic acid, benzene, and a complex mixture of additives. According to the bottle, those additives include a bimetallic platinum and cerium catalyst, which helps improve the operation and reduce maintenance of diesel particulate filters. Initiates passive regeneration at lower temperatures and leads to more complete regeneration. It's also an injector cleaner, so it's supposed to clean up your injectors, reduce particulates, reduce all kinds of stuff, and do lots of good things for 20 bucks. Can you believe it? We'll find out. So your first question might be, what's a DPF? Well, DPF stands for diesel particulate filter, and that's pretty much what it does. It captures all the particulates that are a product of the diesel combustion process and traps them in a filter, stops them coming out the back of your exhaust as soot, smoke, all those kind of things. All that soot and smoke has been led to cancer and all that kind of stuff. So modern diesels have these particulate filters. They're really expensive if they go wrong. Big pain, big hassle, so if you can kind of maintain it, make it run a bit better, it's worth doing it. DPFs have generally two ways of managing the load of soot that gets caught in the filter. They can do either a passive regeneration or an active regeneration. Passive regeneration happens when the vehicle's up to kind of decent temperatures, so it's been running a while, it's been running at kind of open road speeds, and the exhaust temperature gets to a point where the soot starts to oxidize, starts to turn into ash, and it kind of reduces the load on the filter, so it burns it off, and it does it that way. Active regeneration occurs when the car controls that regeneration process. It does it by injecting extra fuel into the DPF, which raises the temperature drastically. The engine runs hotter, the car runs hotter. Here's a clip of the car doing it. And it kind of actively burns off whatever it needs to, and it does that based on pressure differentials. So there's a pressure sensor at the front of the DPF and one at the back, and it works out differences in pressures, what they should be. When they reach a certain point, it does the active regeneration. Again, the vehicle needs to be up to speed, needs to be warm, needs to have been traveling a distance to get the numbers right. I've been scratching my head for a little while as to how to exactly test this product. We'll start off by telling you the vehicle it's going in. It's a 2012 Ford Mondeo, 2-litre TDCi, Euro 5 emissions, 163 brake horsepower version. It's got a DPF, it's got a turbo diesel up the front. It's got 178,000 kilometres on it. It's been maintained, oil gets changed every 10,000 kilometres. Air and fuel filters get changed out every 20,000 kilometres. Car does about 20,000 kilometres a year. It doesn't do any short runs. Well, shortest run, we live in the middle of nowhere, shortest run's kind of 20 minutes. But typically would be driving at least half an hour at a time. Open road speeds, which is 100 kilometers an hour around here. So yeah, the car gets a pretty easy life. It's well looked after, should be in tip-top shape. Can you come help?
Yeah?
Yeah, come on then. Why are you OBD2 compliant? Pop that back there, buddy. That's where that lives, because we can't afford. Come on. Yeah, no, leave it there, bud. We need. John, I got this for you. I got these chemicals. Do you want to play with chemicals? OBD2's going. Alright, you plug them in then. I'm going to do this, eh? Uh-oh. Shaky drops. Right, so the additives in the tank, got a full tank of fuel, it's about 1,000 kilometers worth. Next we need to work out how we're going to monitor things. So I've got Forscan. Forscan lets me see a lot of useful information. In terms of values related to the DPF, we can see a DPF load, which is a percentage of the maximum. I believe that's a calculated value that comes from elsewhere. We also see a DPF soot load, which I think is the most telling one in terms of how full the DPF is. We also see a differential pressure, which is the difference between the pressure at the front pressure sensor and the rear pressure sensor. So again, the lower the number, the less restriction in the DPF, which would be a good thing. We also see the catalytic converter temperatures, which again that might indicate higher temps, might indicate the catalyst is doing something, or it might indicate more of a restriction. I'm no expert on any of this, so I'll put the numbers out there. You can kind of correct me in the comments, tell me how it works in the comments. Just comment really, like and subscribe. Alright, so I'm going to show you 3 sets of results coming up shortly. I did the same test on the same test route 7 or 8 times across, well, before I put the additive in, during the additive and after. I'm only going to show you 3 results because it shows the general trend. You just have to take my word for it. So at the beginning, which is top left screen, you'll see the numbers we got. You will see one kind of halfway through, it's about half a tank down. The next one and the final one's about a tank plus another 20 litres of diesel, so it's well past having the additive there. Now, things the Forscan doesn't show me is the time since the last regeneration, total number of regenerations. So I don't know when it last did a regeneration. I didn't notice it the car do that during my test couple of weeks, however long it took to do 1,000 k's. I'm not saying it didn't, but I didn't notice it, so I don't know if the car has done a regen. So here we go, I'll put up the results and we'll come back and have a quick chat about them afterwards. So the results you saw were from the same piece of road, same time of day. The car was nice and warm. Tried to keep the conditions the same. Essentially I came up to a stop sign, same place, booted it up to 100 k's an hour, and we see what numbers we get. So as you can see, we started with a soot load of 59% on run 1. That dropped to 29% on run 2, and after that tank of diesel's gone through, we're up to 38%. So that number's gone down. But again, I don't know if the car's done a regen on its own or any other factors that come into it. Differential pressure. So you see on our first run we peaked at 24 kPa, which seems quite high. Runs 2 and 3 we peaked at 18, so again that number's gone down. And our catalytic converter temps, run 1 we peaked at 410 Celsius, run 2 383 Celsius, run 3 379 Celsius. So those temps are trended down. All of our numbers are trended in the right way, but yeah, I don't know, it's not scientific enough, or we don't have enough data to say that those improvements in numbers are definitely down to our stuff, but it certainly looks promising. Yeah, so what conclusions can we make from here? So yes, our numbers are trending the right way. Whether that's entirely down to the additive or any other factors, I couldn't tell you at this stage, but certainly it's done no harm, hasn't made things worse. Numbers are definitely more favourable. I've done plenty of testing over these 1000Ks. I've got about 8 or 10 sets of results doing the same test, and that number's been trending the right way across the board. So it suggests that this product does do something. Be interested to hear if you've used it yourself, if it makes any difference to those numbers. Whatever claims did it make? Fuel economy didn't really make any difference to my fuel economy. That's been fairly standard, fairly steady, about 6.2 litres per 100 Ks. It's not bad for a big car, I suppose. I'll work that out in miles per gallon shortly. But yeah, if you've got Forscan, if you can get hold of this, be interested to see your test results. We'll see if you can work out a better way to test it. And Penrite, if you want to send me some so I can keep testing this stuff, because it ain't cheap. On special it's like $21. I think normally it's like $40 or something ridiculous. But again, the cost of a new DPF, $900 plus duty, taxes, all that kind of stuff, like $1,200 plus I have to get my hands dirty. So if we can keep it sweet with mechanic in a can, we might do that. Says you should use it every 5,000 kilometers, so I might see if I can run it again in 5,000 kilometers, see if we can get similar results and go from there. But yeah, certainly promising. It's not a complete bodge. Let me know what you think. I'm quietly confident that this has done something. I might be entirely wrong, but there we go. So comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you for the next one, and I'll let you know if my car explodes. Cheers.